From Charlie Cleveland Stadium at Irick Field on the campus of Sarasota High School, this is our Southwest Florida High School football game of the week tonight. The Palmetto Tigers taking on the Sarasota Sailors in a big 7A District 10 matchup tonight. And good evening, everybody, whoever might be watching or listening to us. Doug Miles with you from one of our favorite places here at Sarasota High School, getting set to bring you tonight's district game. We were here last week for a very important win for the Sailors as they beat Northport by the score of 28-13 for their first district win of the season. They come in with a 1-1 record in the district, 2-5 overall. Palmetto off a 31-7 win last week over Lakewood Ranch, also a district game. So they're 2-0 in the 7A District 10, 2-4 overall. But as we said, the district games are the ones that determine whether you make the postseason or not. So a very important game tonight, particularly for Sarasota to stay alive. They need to win tonight. And for Palmetto, if they win, they will be at least assured a second-place spot, depending on what Brain River does. Brain River leading also with a 2-0 record in the district. So good football coming up tonight. Beautiful night for football. Temperature a little bit cooler than last week. Beautiful weather throughout Florida the last week as the humidity has started to go away. Temperature in the low 70s at kickoff and may get into the mid-60s by game's end. So we expect a good game tonight. The crowd still filing in. Here it is senior night here at Sarasota. They honored the seniors on the football team and the band before the game, as they usually do. So that's always a nice ceremony. A lot of family and friends come out and see that. So we're looking forward to a good game tonight. Glad you are with us. And we'll have some kickoff in just a few minutes as both teams are in the locker room right now. Palmetto did win the toss, and they will get the ball first tonight. Hard to believe the season is winding down already. One more district game after this for the Sailors, as they will play their final district game next week. And they will take on Lakewood Ranch. So that has been a tough schedule for them. Last year, remember, they had a rough first half of the year, but they won some key district games at the end of the season to make the playoffs. So let's see if they can match that this year. We'll be back here in 2 weeks, though, for it won't be a district game, but it's always a great rivalry game to wrap up the regular season. Sarasota hosting Riverview in the great crosstown rivalry game. So that'll wrap up our regular season schedule. Next week, we're not quite sure where we're going to be. We hope to be at Brain River, as the Palmetto Tigers will take on Brain River in a big district game next Friday night. And we'll let you know about that. Post that on our DougMilesMedia.com, also at Ustream.tv on our Southwest High School Football Game of the Week page. You can check that out. But that's where we hope to be. If we're not there, we may be at Booker High School for a big district game against Southeast. So we will have a game for you hopefully next Friday night. But either way, we got a good one coming up tonight. It's both teams coming out on the field right now. Sailors are right below us, and the Tigers on the opposite side of the field. The Sailors wearing the all-orange uniforms tonight. They unveiled those this season. Orange jerseys and pants, white numbers, black helmets, and black trim around the shoulder pad, white stripe with the black trim around the pants. And Palmetto with the white jerseys tonight, red pants, black helmets, and red numbers. Look forward to a good passing game to see tonight for Palmetto. Good quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the area, in Sean Allison. Goes 6'5", 190. Junior quarterback has had a very good season this year. So we look forward to seeing him play tonight. And, of course, last week, Exakari Hawkins, the junior quarterback, or the sophomore quarterback for the Sailors, had his best game of the season, completing 11 of 21 for 180 yards. Justin Austin had 92 yards rushing and 81 yards in receptions. So best game of the year for the Sailors as they beat Northport last week. Jack Allison had 4 touchdown passes last week against Lakewood Ranch. And Quincy Washington, 187 yards on the ground. So they have a good running attack as well. So we are set to go here for football action from Sarasota High School. And Billy Sadlow puts the ball on the tee for the Sailors as they will kick it off. And Darius Washington back for the Tigers. One of the back men for the return here. Let's see if they try and kick it away from him. No, goes right to Washington, taking out the 8-yard line. Cuts to the middle of the field to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Gets some blocking out to the 25, and he's going to be brought down around the 23-yard line, pushed back a little bit. So a good coverage by the Sailors on the kickoff there. And the Palmetto Tigers will start 1st and 10. And they will spot it at their own 24-yard line. First possession of the game. Tigers moving from right to left on your screen. And the whole offense comes over and talks to their coach, Dave Marino, on the sideline before they all come back out on the field for the first play of tonight's game. Sean Allison, quarterback for the Tigers, as they line up in single wideouts to either side. And an offset eye. Allison behind center, surveying the Seattle defense. Now crouches down. Seattle showing blitz here. Allison takes the snap and hands it off in the backfield and shooting out across the 25 to near the 30-yard line. Good first down run there by the Tigers. And that was Darius Washington on the carry. Picks up about 7 yards on that first down. And brings up a 2nd down and 3 for Palmetto. Now the ball on the far hash mark. Check that it was Quincy Washington on that first down carry there. He's lined up in the backfield. Allison in the gun, throws to the near side, caught by Washington on the near side at the 30. Gets up to the 35, and 3 or 4 Sailors converge on him, bring him right down, but just enough for a Tiger first down. 1st and 10 at the Palmetto 35-yard line. Good little quick outlet pass to the near side to Washington. So that's something the Seattle defense is going to have to watch out for tonight. Running and passing attack, mixing it up. Allison back in the gun again. Washington standing to his left. That's Darius Washington. In motion, he takes the pass on the far side, and the ball comes loose, and it is on the ground. Let's see if it's a fumble or it is just an incomplete pass here. It is a complete pass and a fumble, and the Sailors get it. They recover at the 31-yard line of the Tigers. So that goes as a fumble. And the Sailors get it with 10:44 left in this opening quarter, and their first possession in great field position at the Palmetto 31-yard line. And last week, again, we saw the much improved defensive play as well for the Sailors. Not only offensive, but both sides of the ball played very well last week. Now the Sailors have it, 1st and 10 at the Palmetto 31. Exakari Hawkins in the gun. Justin Austin to his right. Exakari takes the snap, rolling out to the near side. Stops, looks, nobody there. Now he throws deep down the far side to the corner of the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. No, he didn't hang on. Thought he had it there for a second. Kept running, but the ball fell incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it there. And that was for Talik Keaton. Fooled me. So it's incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Oh, looked like he had it there in stride. Nice throw, though, by Exakari Hawkins, who had plenty of time. Good protection as well, rolling out. But it'll be 2nd and 10 now from the Palmetto 31. 3 wide out, split to the near side, one to the far side. And now Justin Austin standing to the left, 1 step behind his quarterback. Hawkins in the gun. Hawkins pitches it to Austin, left side, and goes down the far sideline, gets inside the 30 to about the 25, and he's pushed out of bounds over there. And he picks up about 8-9 yards on that carry. Let's call it 3rd and 1. At about the 22-yard line of the Tigers. Minute and a half into this game, and the Sailors are threatening early after the turnover. Getting great field position here. Hawkins in the gun, takes the snap, rolls to the near side, looks to throw, has somebody coming up against him, and he's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. 3 Tigers came in on him quickly as Hawkins had nobody open to throw to. And he's brought down after be a loss of about 2 yards on the play. Bring up 4th down and 3. And let's see what head coach Brian Rouse wants to do right here. And they're going to go for the field goal here. Billy Sadlow will attempt a field goal, spotted at the 32, be a 42-yard attempt from the near side hash mark. Tyler Therion, the holder. No, it's a fake to Sadlow, and he pitched it to Sadlow rolling around the near side, but nothing doing there. The Tigers read that well. Tyler Therion took the snap. Sadlow came around to the inside and took the pitch from Therion, but there was no room to run as 3 Tigers were waiting for him to bring him down. So the Sailors unable to convert or capitalize on that turnover, and now the Tigers will get the ball back. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 34. 9:40 left in this opening quarter, no score. Allison and a bunch formation now with the 2 wideouts split wide to either side. Allison and a bit of a mix-up on the exchange from center. Ball comes loose and it's fumbled, and Sailors said they've got it. No indication yet from the officials. Unraveling the pile. And it remains Palmetto ball. And coming out of the pile with the ball looked to be Donnell Ward, one of the linemen. So a couple of mistakes early by the Tigers. That one they were able to keep the ball, though. 2nd down and 10 at their own 34. Allison again turns around, hands it off in the backfield, and tripped up as he gets across the 31-yard line. Loses about a yard on the play is Washington. And good coverage again by the Sailors on defense, not allowing the running back to get any head of steam there. That was Darius Washington. And now it'll be 3rd down and a little more than 10 yards to go here. Lose a half a yard on that play. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Allison back in the shotgun. Quincy Washington standing to his left. Here's Allison with the pass, and it is thrown over the middle, and it is incomplete. Trying to connect with Brandon Luckett. And good coverage once again by the Sailors, so they will get the ball back. Palmetto will bring on the punting unit. And Tommy Batty back for the Sailors, standing in his own 35, waiting the punt from Marcelo Doria. He'll stand at his own 20-yard line. So good defense so far by the Sailors. And very important in these district games to set a tone early. You get on top. Sailors need this win to stay alive in hopes of making the postseason. Good snap. High punt. Take a bounce at the Sailor 39. Go out of bounds at the Sailor 37-yard line. No return. That's where Sarasota will start, 1st and 10. No score in the ball game. 8:10 remaining in the first quarter. Let's take timeout. And 1st and 10 for the Sarasota Sailors at their own 37-yard line, moving from left to right. Split backfield now. Hawkins in the backfield as well. Hands off to Justin Austin. No, he hands off to, well, let's see who that number was. Thought it was Austin for a second. It was a split backfield. And no gain on the play as the Tigers read that well. Deron Davis. No, Josh Booker, forgive me. Josh Booker, a freshman running back, took that handoff. He is in the backfield with Justin Austin. And no gain on the play. Stays in there in a split backfield. Hawkins in the gun. Split wideouts, 1 to either side. Fake handoff, pitch to Austin near side. And he's in trouble in the backfield trying to squirt free. Gets up across the 35. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's where he'll be brought down. Good job just to get back there as he was being swarmed by a bunch of Tigers. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 now for Sarasota. Down to 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Still no score in the 7A District 10 matchup tonight. In effect, a in-season playoff game. Throw out the regular season records, these district records, the ones that count. Sarasota 1-1, Palmetto 2-0. Now 2 wideouts split to either side in a bunch formation. Hawkins rolling to the far side now, looking for somebody to throw. A little dump pass over the middle is complete and taken up toward midfield, and it's going to be a first down for the Sailors. And they're going to unravel the pile here, taken out across the 45 to near midfield. And the ball apparently came loose, and Palmetto got it. Number 19 caught it. We don't have a 19 on our roster, so I don't know who caught that ball, but apparently came loose after he was being brought down, and it is a fumble recovery by Palmetto, and they get it back at midfield. So turnovers for both teams now. And they have it right at the 50-yard line with 6.5 left here in this first quarter. Try and find out who number 19 is for the Sailors. Wasn't on our roster. And there is Washington in motion to the near side. Here's Allison throwing deep down the near sideline. Has a man open, and it is incomplete. Flag comes out as well. Brandon Luckett, the intended receiver. Ball thrown about a stride ahead of him. He had to make a diving attempt for it, but there is a flag thrown on the play. And it's going to be defensive pass interference on the Sailors. So they'll mark it off. It is not a spot of the foul like in the pro game. Mark it off from the line of scrimmage, but it will still be a first down. 15-yard penalty on the Sailors. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Palmetto at the Sailor 35. Ball on the far hash mark. Now we're going to get a mid-quarter water break timeout. They take that midway through each quarter. With the score, Sarasota nothing, Palmetto nothing. You're listening to the Southwest Florida High School Football Game of the Week. Let's take timeout. And we're set to resume. Tigers with the ball at the Sailor 35-yard line. Ball on the far side hash mark. And they line up a 2 wideouts split to the near side. And 1 to the far side. 1 back set. Allison behind center. A little hesitation count now. Taking a long time. Takes the snap. Throws to the near side. And it's batted away. Nice job getting in there, knocking that ball away. That was Tavon Pogue. Just knocking that little swing pass out of the air. So good job by Pogue, putting the pressure on Allison. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Oh, head coach Brian Riles got to be happy with his defense so far. They made some good plays, disrupting the Palmetto passing attack so far. 2nd down and 10. Split backfield for the Tigers. Now Allison drops back in the gun. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Now Allison hands off in the backfield to Darius Washington. Goes up the middle, finds room up to down to about the 30-yard line of the Sailors, where he's brought down after about a 5-yard gain. They're going to call it 4 yards at the 31-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for Palmetto. And we're at the 6-minute mark of quarter number 1. Still no score. 2 wideouts again, split to the near side, and 2 to the far side. Allison takes the snap in the gun, looks left, throws left deep, has a man open. Oh, just a bit high and incomplete. Trying to connect with Simon Williams over there. He goes 6'2", and he used all of that height, outstretched arms, but that ball a little bit high and overthrown. It'll bring up a 4th down now, 4th and 6 for the Tigers. And in that kind of in-between range, a little bit too far for a field goal, but too close for a punt. So it looks like they may go for it here on 4th and 6. And that's what we're going to do. Again, 2 wideouts split to either side. Allison in the gun. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush. Sets up a screen pass. Complete at the 32-yard line. But no, he's going to be brought right down at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by that Setter defense. They were not fooled at all. And Quincy Washington, after he caught that little screen pass, was immediately brought down, and the Sailors will get the ball back on downs. A good defensive battle so far in this first quarter, as the Sailors will get it now at their own 31. 5:32 remaining in quarter number one. Still no score in the ball game. And that's the kind of game you expect in a playoff district game like this. Maybe a play-in game is a better way to put it. These district games, you play your way into postseason. Split backfield, Washington, Justin Austin with the Hawkins and Booker. And here's a little swing pass to the outside. Austin complete the 30 to the 35 to the 40 down the far side to midfield. Gets inside Palmetto territory and all the way down inside the Palmetto 45 as he's brought out of bounds over there, and a bunch of flags follow as well. Maybe a late hit on that. Nice little swing pass, screen pass play there by Hawkins to Austin, and one of the players shaken up over there as well. So they're going to take a look at him. Looks like Austin may be the player on the ground over there. And anytime you're hit out of bounds on a sideline, always treacherous over there. So hopefully it's just a matter of the wind getting knocked out, but they're going to take a look at him. 5:22 left here in this first quarter, and while they take a look at the injured player, we'll take timeout. Stay with us. And back at Irick Field, Justin Austin up on his feet now, being helped to his sideline across the field. He's holding the right arm. So we'll keep an eye on that. They'll add on 15 yards for the late hit. So it'll be now 1st and 10, all the way down to the Palmetto 28-yard line. That's where the Sailors have it. 5:22 left in this first quarter. And Austin being helped to the bench right now. They'll take a look at that arm, right arm. Hawkins in the gun. Takes the snap. Looks to pass, throws deep down the near sideline to the corner of the end zone, overthrown for the intended receiver, which was Talik Keaton, and he was double covered as well. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 now for the Sailors. Training staff taking a look at Justin Austin on the bench. As we said last week, he combined running and passing, or running and receiving, for 173 yards of offense. Really the heart of the team. 2nd down and 10 now. 2 wideouts split to either side of the line. Hawkins in the gun. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush. That's a little screen pass. And Davis Gurr is brought down after he catches it in the backfield. And he's going to lose a few yards on that play. And I'll bring up a 3rd down for the Sailors. Actually, they say there was an incomplete pass. So it's 3rd and 10 at the 28-yard line of Palmetto. 2 wideouts split to either side again. Davis Gurr standing to his quarterback's right. And now we're going to get a timeout called by Brian Riles, the head coach of the Sailors. First charge timeout of the ball game. 5:11 remaining in the first quarter. Palmetto nothing, Sarasota nothing. Let's take time out. And we're back at Irick Field. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Sailors after they talk it over with their head coach, Brian Riles, at the Palmetto 28-yard line. Hawkins in the gun. Double wides to either side. Takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket. Throws deep down the far side to the corner of the end zone. Up for grabs. Babbitt, and it falls incomplete. And to bring up a 4th down now for Sarasota. Justin Austin still being attended to on the bench. Head down a bit, so we don't quite know the extent of the arm injury. He was holding it as he came off the field after being hit out of bounds on that previous play. Nice screen pass. And the Sailors going to go for it on 4th and 10. Hawkins in the shotgun, takes the snap. Makes a pass, pump, now throws over the middle, complete to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Sailors! Tyler Therion, little pass over the middle, and he did the rest. And Sarasota takes the lead. Tyler Therion, a 28-yard touchdown reception. And a beautiful play there. He was open in the middle of the field. And now the Sailors will try and tack on the extra point. Billy Sadlow. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good with 4:54 left in the first quarter. It's the Sarasota Sailors 7, Palmetto Tigers nothing. Let's take time out. And a very happy Sailor crowd here after that touchdown pass. Hawkins to Therion, 28 yards for the score. Now Sadlow will kick it off. Nice high end-over-end kick, and it will be fielded at the 7-yard line by Washington. That is Quincy Washington, still on his feet across the 20 to the 25, near the 30-yard line before he's finally brought down. Good run by Quincy Washington on the return, and that's where the Tigers will start 1st and 10. And they're going to spot it at the 29-yard line with 4:43 left in this first quarter. Tigers now trailing it 7-0. And Justin Austin still on the bench there. So may not be coming back into this ball game. Try and get a report on that arm for you as soon as we hear up here in the booth. Sean Allison behind center, turns around, hands it off, and Washington trips as he goes off the right side of the line. Quincy Washington, and only picks up about a yard. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Tigers come in tonight 2 up, 4 down. Sailors 2 up and 5 down. Sailors have beaten Booker and Northport. And the Northport win last week was a big district win. Allison behind center now, offset eye for the Tigers. Turns around, hands off Washington, the tailback. Bounces outside, finds some room, gets across the 35, down toward the middle of the field to the 40, up across the 40, near the 45. Nice running there by Quincy Washington, and he picks up a 1st down for Palmetto. Looked like he was going to be brought down maybe after a short game, but found some room, cutting back toward the middle of the field. And it's 1st and 10 at the Palmetto 45. 3:50 and counting left in the opening quarter. Tigers trying to tie it up here after the Sailors scored. See if they can match score for score here. Allison behind center, I formation again. And Quincy Washington takes the handoff, goes up the right side. This time the Sailors are there waiting for him and pushing him back for no gain, maybe a loss of a couple on the play. You got to feel that Brian Riles worked his team hard. I saw some of the highlights on SNN the other day about the Sailors getting ready for this game. Interviewed the coach, said we're just preparing a team as if it's just another game, but they got the message. This is more than just another game. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Let's call it 1 on the play, so 2nd and 11 back at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Here's Allison. Quick swing pass to the near side, complete to Xavier Smith. Gets across midfield into Sailor territory. Flag on the play. Finally wrestled down inside the 35-yard line of the Sailors, but a flag is thrown at midfield. Could be a holding call. That's what it is on Palmetto. Normally when you see a flag thrown that part of the field in a pass play, it's a hold. And it will go back now to the Palmetto 39. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Tigers. 2nd and 16, actually, with 2:42 and counting left in this opening quarter. Sailors 7, Palmetto no score. Sean Allison in the gun. There is Washington in motion. Here's Allison throwing a high pass to Washington on the far side and knocked away, incomplete by one of the Sailor defenders over there. That was Isaiah Priester knocking the ball away. And it will become now a 3rd and 16 for the Tigers. Set a band again to our left, wearing the Sailor band uniforms tonight. They had been wearing the new band uniforms the first few games we've seen, but back to the traditional Sailor uniforms tonight. Cheerleaders wearing the pink T-shirts tonight in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So they're raising money for that tonight as well. A little screen pass set up now. It is caught by Xavier Smith. He gets across midfield into Sailor territory, breaks free, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Xavier Smith, don't see any flags on the field, and Palmetto has answered back with a score as they go 61 yards on that pass play. Sean Allison to Xavier Smith. And after Smith caught it, about a 5-yard pass, he did the rest, just going down the middle of the field, split the tacklers. And now the extra point try. And it is good. And with 2:10 remaining in the first quarter, we're tied at 7, Palmetto and Sarasota. Let's take time out. And back at Cleveland Stadium, Eyrig Field here at Sarasota High School. Doug Miles with you. Good ball game so far. Both teams have scored touchdowns. Palmetto answering back Sarasota's touchdown. Here's a nice high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line to the 10, to the 15, to the middle of the field, to the 20, to the 25. And brought down around the 25-yard line. And a pretty good return there by Tommy Batty. And that's where the Sailors will start 1st and 10 at their own 25. With 2 minutes even remaining here in this first quarter. And a tie ball game. And let's see, Justin Austin is still on the bench, so now one of his teammates coming over, Eric Boak, to try and encourage him a little bit, but we don't know if Austin will be back in this ball game. Right now it does not look like he will. Hawkins now behind center, single wideout split to either side. Here's a handoff in the backfield, and that's Davis Gurr, sophomore running back, and he finds no room there, just gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. 2nd down and 10. Sailors moving from left to right here in this first quarter, coming down to an end, 1:40 left, and counting. And the Sailors will definitely miss Justin Austin if he cannot get back into this ball game. That running game is Justin Austin. He's the king of it. Hawkins takes the snap in the gun, throws to far side. It is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Devin Logan. Senior wide out. And right on the numbers, but couldn't hang on to it. Now it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Sarasota. And one thing the Sailors don't want to do here is give the ball right back to Palmetto on a 3-and-out after Palmetto just scored to tie it up. Momentum huge in these play-in type games. Hawkins in the gun, has 2 wideouts to either side again, takes the snap, looking left, now throws over the middle, and nobody open there. I think he was trying to hit Talik Keaton, but overthrew him. That'll bring up a 4th down, and now they'll have to bring on the punting unit. So a quick 3-and-out for the Sailors. And now Billy Sadlow will have to kick it from pretty deep in Sailor territory here. He's going to stand at his own 11-yard line. And Darius Washington back at midfield for the Tigers, awaiting the punt. Sadlow, good snap. Steps into it with the right foot. Nice high kick. It's going to be short, though. It's going to bounce at the Palmetto 45, take a bit of a Sailor roll, then go backwards to about the 43. Will not be returned. Down by the Sarasota Sailors. And Palmetto will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. And with 1:04 left here in this first quarter, Palmetto, great field position. After the holding the Sailors on a 3-and-out after they scored on that 61-yard touchdown pass from Sean Allison to Xavier Smith on their last possession. 2 wideouts split to the far side, 1 to the near side for the Tigers. A 1-back set, Allison behind center, turns around, hands it off to Washington, and he takes it up across midfield down inside the 45-yard line of the Sailors. Nice extra effort there to pick up the 1st down for Darius Washington. And it is 1st and 10 now at the Sailor 44-yard line, just shy of the 43. And under a minute remaining here in this first quarter. Should be the final play of quarter number 1. 2 wideouts split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quincy Washington in the backfield. Sean Allison behind center, turns around, fakes a handoff, play action pass, throws to the far side of the field, has a man there. Jumping forward is Xavier Smith. Did he come down with it? No. Good effort over there, but he was well covered, double covered by 2 Sailor defensive backs there. And it is now 2nd down and 10. Clock does stop on the incomplete pass. 28 seconds left, first quarter. Tigers break huddle. Single wide out split to either side. Allison in the gun. Wide out in motion as Xavier Smith takes the end around handoff. Gets across the 40 to the 35 and brought down just shy of first down over there around the 33. See where they spot it. It could be a little bit short, I believe. Official standing at the 34. And it's going to be a third and less than one for the Tigers. As the first quarter will come to an end, and a pretty good quarter of football. Sarasota 7, Palmetto 7. Let's take time out. And teams changing ends now. Palmetto now moving from left to right as we start quarter number 2. Third and less than a yard at the Sailor 34-yard line. And the Pirates of the Tigers line up with two wideouts to either side of the line. Thinking of Braden River Pirates, it's the Tigers of Palmetto. Here's Allison turning around, handing it off in the backfield, diving ahead down to the 30-yard line. Good enough for the first down. And that was Quincy Washington on the dive play. And he picks up a first down for Palmetto just inside the 30-yard line. First and 10. And a tie ball game here. 7A District 10 matchup tonight from Eyrig Field here at Sarasota High School. Allison behind center. And that is Xavier Smith in motion again. Fakes a handoff to him. Gives it to Washington, who goes up the left side of the line. And he takes it down to the 25 of the Sailors. And about a 5-yard pickup on that carry. Second down and 5 coming up for Palmetto. So the Sailors struck first. Hawkins to Tyler Theory on a 28-yard touchdown pass, and the Tigers answered right back. Sean Allison to Xavier Smith, 61-yard touchdown pass play, and now the Tigers threatening to take the lead here early in the second quarter. Xavier Smith in motion again. Takes the handoff to him. Allison throws a little pass over the middle. Nobody there, trying to set up that screen again. Quincy Washington the closest, but might have been a bit of a mix-up there, so that falls incomplete. Third down and 5 for Palmetto. Minute and 10 seconds into the second quarter. Pretty fast-moving game so far. Ball on the far hash mark. Double wides to either side of the line. Allison in the gun. Washington in the backfield. Allison takes the snap. Rolls back to pass. Throws. Has a man there. And is a one-hand attempt incomplete. Right at the goal line. And that'll bring up a fourth down and 5 for the Tigers. That was Jaquez Cummings, who was the intended receiver there. Now 4th and 5, and again, the kind of an in-between distance for their field goal, so they're going to go for it on 4th down and 5. 3 wideouts split to the near side, 1 to the far side. And that's Darius Washington in motion. Hand off to Quincy Washington in the back. A big hole to the right side. Gets to the 20 to the 15. Down inside the 10 near the 5. Still struggling to move forward. And finally brought down inside the 5-yard line. Good run by Quincy Washington. Slashing through the right side of the line. and picks up a first down, 1st and goal for the Tigers. On a 4th and 5, Washington picks up the first down, and it is 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Offset I with Quincy Washington in the tail and he takes the handoff and goes off the left side of the line toward the goal line, still struggling, and is he in? No, just short of the goal line. Tailback slot is what I was trying to say for Washington. And he took the ball and got it about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1. And he'll stay in that tailback slot in the offset I again, Washington. And now Allison turns around, hands it up to Washington, going off the right side of the line, and he's in for the score. Late signal from the official, but he got in from 1 yard out, and the Tigers take the lead. Quincy Washington, 1 yard run. As they go 58 yards on that drive. 9:36 left here in the first half. Now the extra point try. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:36 remaining in the first half, it's Palmetto 14 and Sarasota 7. Let's take time out. And back at Irick Field, Doug Miles with you. 14-7 now, Palmetto with the lead. They've scored the last 2 touchdowns. Nice deep kick into the end zone that will not be returned. And the Sailors will start 1st and 10 from their 20. 9:36 left here in the first half, and Justin Austin has not returned to the ball game. So Sarasota running attack is definitely at a disadvantage with him on the bench. Hurt his arm on that nice screen pass midway through the first quarter. Got hit out of bounds. Late hit was the call, and he is looks like it's wrapped up there, the right arm. So I'm not guessing he will not return. 1st and 10 now for the Sailors, moving from right to left here in the second quarter. First possession of the second quarter for Sarasota. Hawkins in the gun, takes the snap, fakes a handoff. Now he's in trouble. He's going to have to run with it, and he barely gets back, not even, to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose about a yard or two. Faked the handoff there. I'm not sure if that was a busted play or not, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 11, loss of 1 on the play. Sailors send out 2 wideouts again, 1 to either side. 1 back set, Hawkins behind center. Hawkins turns around and tripped as he tried to hand off the ball. Didn't get the handoff away, and he was sacked. And a good job getting in there quickly by Austin Spitz, big senior linebacker, sacking the quarterback. Oh, handoff was not done in time, and Hawkins brought down, loss of about 6 on the play. 3rd and 16 now. Back inside their own 15-yard line. Now a hesitation count, and a couple of Tigers come off the line of scrimmage here. So see what they call here. And it's going to be against Palmetto, so they get those 5 yards back. Hawkins just lost on the sack. Third down and a long 10, about 10 and a half. At the 19-yard line. 8:23 remaining in the first half. Sailors trailing it 14-7. Hawkins takes the snap, looks to the left side, throws deep down the near sideline, and overthrown by about 2 strides. Trying to connect with Devin Logan, who was pretty well covered as well. And it'll bring up a 4th down now. Sailors will have to punt it again from deep in their end of the field. Billy Sadlow will have to kick it from around his own 5-yard line. And Darius Washington standing at the Sailor 40. So now we're going to get a timeout called. Sailors will take their second timeout. 8:12 remaining in the first half. Palmetto Tigers 14, Sarasota Sailors 7. Let's take timeout. And the Sailors talk it over with their head coach, Brian Riles, first-year head coach for the Sailors. Ed Volz coached the team last year to the playoffs, but he announced midway through the year he was going to leave, and now Brian Riles has taken over the team. Short punt by Sadlow will not be returned. It's going to take a bit of a Palmetto roll back toward the Sailor goal line. And it is going to be downed at the 35, let's call it the 36-yard line of the Sailors. So great field position now for Palmetto. At the Sailor 36, 8:02 left, first half. And the Sailor defense right now has to tighten up. Can't let Palmetto get ahead by 2 touchdowns here. It'll be tough to come back with Justin Austin out of the ball game. And the Tigers have a lot of weapons themselves, both running and passing. Sean Allison behind center, double wide to the far side, one to the near side. Allison throws down the near side, a bit overthrown and incomplete. Trying to hit Simon Williams on the quick route over the middle there. Quick slant route. And that ball was thrown high, incomplete. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. As we come down under the 8-minute mark. Remaining here in the second quarter. Allison now back into the gun, split backfield. Now Quincy Washington splits off that split backfield. A hand up to Xavion Smith, goes up the left side, and the Sailors read that well. And swarm on him right as he hits the line of scrimmage at the 35. So good job by the Sailor defense, just about a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. So big play right here for the Sailor defense. Try and get that ball back. Keep it a 1-score game here. Coming down to 7.5 left here in the first half. Allison in the gun. Triple wides now to the near side, one to the far side. Allison back to pass. Throws to the near side. It is caught at the 22-yard line and then kneeling down right away. And Brandon Luckett on the reception. And that is enough for the first down. So just enough for the first down. Luckett knew where he was. Good play there. 1st and 10 at the 22 of Sarasota. No huddle. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. You throw to the far side. It is Darius Washington. Did he make the catch? He did. Short gain of about a yard, though. It was a low throw. Thought it might have been a trap for a second, but a catch for only about a yard gain. Still no huddle offense here for the Tigers right up to the line of scrimmage. Allison takes the snap. Hands off inside to Washington. Quincy gets across the 20. And he's brought down there right away. Jordan Bush on the tackle for the Sailors. A flag thrown on the play, and it's going to be against the Palmetto Tigers. Looked like a holding call. That was the indication. Yep, that's it. And they'll mark it back 10 yards to the Sailor 31. And it will be 2nd down and 20. Heading toward the midway point of quarter number 2. Now the Tigers set up a stacked double wide formation. Either side of the line. Allison takes the snap, looks left, throws over there, and it is incomplete. Threw ahead of his receiver. And will bring up a 3rd down now, 3rd and 20 for Palmetto. Reminder to join us tonight. I'll be on Adam Shadoff's Friday Football Fever show on SNN Local News 6. 11:15 is the first airing. It runs all evening. We'll have all the highlights, and we'll talk about some of the games, actually all the games going on tonight in Sarasota and Bradenton. So hope you'll join us on Friday Football Fever tonight on SNN Local News 6. Allison takes the snap, looking to find an open receiver. Can't find anybody yet. Good protection, though. Now rolling to the near side. And he will throw on the run. Has a man open at the 9-yard line. It is caught and brought down at the 9. So good job by Allison, and even better job by his receiver to get open. And that was, let's see who that was. Andre Howard. Is that the number, 21? Simon Williams. Simon Williams was the receiver there. And we'll take the mid-quarter water break right now. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers when we come back. Palmetto up 14-7. Let's take time out. And back at Irick Field, the Tigers now on another scoring opportunity at the Sailor 9-yard line. 1st and goal. Ball on the near hash mark. Single wideouts to either side. One back set. Allison behind center. Hands it off to Quincy Washington. Tripped up right as he gets the ball. And no gain on the play. Good job by the Sailor defense there. And it'll be 2nd down and goal now from the 9. Sailors try and hold Palmetto to a field goal try if they can here, knowing it's going to be awfully tough to match touchdown for touchdown with Justin Austin out of the ball game. Allison behind center, single wideouts again. And Xavier Smith in motion to the far side. Here's a handoff to Quincy Washington off the left side of the line, squirting inside, back to the 5. And brought down around the 4-yard line. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Looks like it might be at the 4-yard line. That's where they mark it. 3rd and goal from the 4. Under 5 minutes left in the first half. Palmetto threatening again here. Go up by 2 scores. Allison, and now we get a whistle before the play can develop. Nope, the timeout called by the Sailors before the snap. And they want to talk it over on defense. Palmetto's been using the quick huddle or no huddle here. That is their final timeout, the Sailors of the first half. 4:45 remaining in half number 1. Palmetto 14, Sarasota Sailors 7. Let's take timeout. And the Tigers come back out on the field. Sailor defense as well. So big play right here for both teams on this 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line for Palmetto. Offset eye for the Tigers. Allison to Washington, takes the ball off the left side of the line, punching toward the end zone. Is he in? And I believe he is. The official on the far side indicates touchdown, not on the near side. And it is a score. Okay. Delayed signal there. So Quincy Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4-yarder. And that gives Palmetto a 2-touchdown lead here. Here's the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:37 now left in the first half, it's Palmetto 21 and Sarasota 7. Let's take time out. Another nice high end-over-end kick into the end zone will not be returned by the Sailors, so they will get it again, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, now trailing at 21-7. And they have 4.5 minutes here left in the first half, trying to get something going here. If you're just joining us, Justin Austin, the senior running back for the Sailors, injured midway through the first quarter after making a nice reception and yards after the catch. And he was knocked out of bounds on the far side. It was a late hit call and injured his right arm. It is wrapped up. Now he's sitting on the bench, so he has not returned. He is the heart of the offense, particularly on the running game. So Sailors are struggling now, trying to find some way to get a running game going here. They line up with 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's Hawkins handing off in the backfield. And he hands off to Josh Booker, the freshman running back, who struggles for about a yard. If that. Not even. No gain on the play. Official marks it right back at the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. As the Sailors moving from right to left here in the second quarter. Scored first, but Palmetto has scored 3 straight touchdowns since that Sailor touchdown in the first quarter. Extra carry Hawkins in the gun. Takes the snap, low snap, picks it up. Now he's going to roll to the far side, throws on the run, has a man open, caught at the 30-yard line, taken out across the 35 to the 40 to about the 42. Nice play there, 1st down Sailors. And Tyler Therion, who caught the touchdown pass from Hawkins earlier, picks up a big 1st down for the Sailors at their own 41. Oh, sophomore quarterback to senior wide receiver there. And that gets the Sailors out of some trouble. They don't have any timeouts, though. They took all 3 already, so clock becomes a factor. 3.5 left here in this first half. Trying to get into halftime, just trailing by 1 touchdown if possible. Double wides to the near side, 1 to the far side. Hawkins in the gun. Takes the snap, again a low one, picked up off the ground, throws to the near side, and it's a high throw, trying to hit Therion on the near side. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Sailors. We'll be back here in 2 weeks for the end of the regular season matchup between the Sailors and the Riverview Rams. Always a great rivalry game. We'll be with you at 7:30 on our Ustream broadcast, also at DougMilesMedia.com. And Again, we're not sure we're going to be next week. We hope to be at Braden River for the Tigers. Palmetto Tigers taking on Braden River. Big district game. We'll let you know. Here's Hawkins on again on a low snap. This time he's going to have to run with it, and he gets out to about the line of scrimmage again, rolling to the near side, just gets back to the 41. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for Sarasota. And the Tiger defense is tightening up now. Putting some pressure on Exakari Hawkins. As they have it, 3rd down play right now, 3rd and 10. Double wide out, split to either side. Hawkins in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and a flag is thrown. A bunch of flags come out as that snap was taken by the quarterback. And it's going to be a full start on the Sailors. So it'll be 3rd and 15 now, back at the 36-yard line of Sarasota. 2:34 left here in the first half. Again, quad formation, double wides to either side. Hawkins takes the snap, drops back, quick pass. It is in out of the hands of Devin Logan. A little dump off there, and he started to run with it before he had it in control. And it fell to the ground. It'll be 4th down and 15 now. They're going to have to bring on the punting unit. So after the Sailors got out of trouble there, got out to the 41. Unable to move it any further. And now Billy Sadlow will stand at his own 23 to punt it away. And Darius Washington will attempt to field this at his own 40. Good snap. No, and Sadlow loses the handle on it, and he's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. It was a good, hard, quick snap. Sadlow stepped up, and the ball squirted out of his hands, and he fell on the ball, and now the Tigers will get it at the Sailor 29. So a mistake there, and gave great field position to Palmetto at the Sailor 29 with 2:08 left. Here in the first half. And the pressure right back on the Sailor defense. Don't want to go down by 3 scores here. 3 wides to the far side, 1 to the near side. Allison takes the snap, throws deep down the far side. Up for grabs. It is knocked away at the last minute. Nice job there by the Sailor defensive back to knock that ball away. I think that might have been Dunbar who knocked that away. And that was from the intended receiver, Brandon Luckett. Ball was kind of a floater. And Dunbar able to get a hand on it, knock it away at the last minute. 2nd down and 10 now. 2 minutes even left in the first half. At the Sailor 29 for Palmetto. Xavion Smith in motion out of the wide receiver slot. Here's a quick pass. It is caught inside the 20 to the 15 and brought down near the 10-yard line was Brandon Luckett. Got some good blocking ahead of him, and it's a 1st down for Palmetto. Opened up a big hole there. As Xavion Smith in motion, and then Luckett caught the ball and had plenty of room to run. No huddle here for the Tigers. Allison throwing into the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown, Palmetto. 11 yards. And that was Jaquez Cummings. Nope, Simon Williams. Simon Williams with the reception. 11 yards. And a nice pass and even better catch by Simon Williams with 1:39 left. Now the extra point try. And this one is up. And it is good. And now the Palmetto Tigers have opened it up. It is now 28-7 over Sarasota. Let's take time out. And back at Irick Field, another high kick, but this one will be fielded inside the 5-yard line, taken out across the 10 to the 15, and just short of the 20-yard line, returned by Tommy Batty for the Sailors. Well, the Sailors find themselves down now 28-7, 4 straight touchdowns by Palmetto after the Sailors scored first on that extra Hawkins to Tyler Therion 28-yard touchdown pass. But since then, it's been all Palmetto. And the Sailors first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. No timeouts and 1:32 left here in the first half. Hawkins in the gun. Low snap again. Hands off in the backfield and slashing up to about the 20-yard line, 1-yard gain. And Davis Gurr took the handoff. And now the Tigers are going to take a timeout. They have 2 remaining, so they want to get the ball back. District 7A-10 game tonight. Tigers 2-0 in the district. Sailors 1-1. Losing to Braden River and defeating Northport last week. Palmetto beat Lakewood Ranch in a district game last week. And Palmetto will take on Braden River next Friday night at Braden River High School. And if the score holds up, it'll be for the district title. Braden River playing Northport tonight, so you got to feel Braden River's going to win that one. They are undefeated on the year. So both teams would go into that game potentially 3-0. Hawkins in the gun, takes the snap, and is going to keep it himself, and nothing doing there. Tigers read that well, and no gain. Actually loses about 2 yards on the play. Back to about the 18-yard line. And the Tigers are going to take their second timeout. They want to force the Sailors to punt this away if they can't get a first down. Reminder, all of our games are available at YouTube and at DougMilesMedia.com. You can see the games we've done before. And go to MaxPreps.com. We post our video post-game shows up there for each game. And our SNN Friday Football Fever show is up there as well, so you can check that out. That's at MaxPreps.com, also at DougMilesMedia.com. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at Doug Miles Media. Okay, big 3rd down and 11 play now for the Sarasota Sailors deep in their end of the field at their own 18-yard line. Try and get out of trouble here. Here's Hawkins rolling out to the far side. Throws on the run, and there's nobody there. He just kind of slung that ball, and it just fell to the ground, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So Billy Sadlow is going to have to punt it away, and the Tigers will get the ball back in good field position, and they'll also have a timeout. So it looked promising early in the game for the Sailors, has definitely not lived up to that, as the Tigers have scored 4 straight touchdowns, and they have a chance now to get another score before halftime. Sadlow at his own 5-yard line, good snap. Gets the kick away, short kick to the near side of the field, takes a bounce to the 44 into Tiger territory, and it will not be fielded, and it will be downed at the Tiger 39. And Palmetto will have 1:02 and a timeout left here in this first half. Already up 28-7. A flag on the field. There was a flag thrown back at the 35-yard line, and they're pointing towards Sarasota, so they're going to make Sarasota kick this again. Holding is the call on the punt, so Billy Saddle will have to kick it again. They'll mark it back down around the 9-yard line. The line of scrimmage, and Saddle is going to have to kick it now from right around the goal line or just inside the end zone. So things are going from bad to worse for the Sailors right now. And Darius Washington now standing at the Sailor 35 awaiting this punt. Sadlow about 2 yards in his end zone takes the snap, and the punt is blocked, and it's in the end zone, and it's fallen on by one of the Tigers. Touchdown. Didn't see who fell on it. It was a whole bunch of Tigers there, but the Tigers score a touchdown on the blocked punt. And exactly what the Sailors did not want to see there, but a block punt touchdown with just 55 seconds left here in the first half. And now the extra point. And it is up and blasted through again. It is now 35-7, Palmetto over Sarasota. Let's take time out. And back at Eyrig Field here, Palmetto fans on the far side of the field very happy to see their team now after they got off to or fell behind 7-0, have reeled off 5 straight touchdowns. And that kick is going to be into the end zone. That was Tommy Batty trying to field it, went over his, well, he jumped up for it, caught a piece of it, but went into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Sailors, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line, but wouldn't be surprised if they just take a knee here. Get into the end zone, get into halftime, and try and regroup somehow. You just kind of see, not to make an excuse, but the life falling out of the Sailors, understandably, when Justin Austin got injured. See the sling on his right arm, standing on the sideline. Hawkins in the gun, takes the snap, hands off, Gurr in the backfield, and he takes it out across the 20 to about the 23. And no timeouts, so they will just run one more play here. With 4 wideouts. Hawkins hands off again in the backfield to Gurr, and the ball pops loose again, and I think Palmetto got it. Let's see, was he down, or is it a fumble? Nope, Palmetto got it. Ball coughed up there as running back was going down, and now Palmetto, with 24 seconds, gets the ball back in Sailor territory at the Sailor 27. So, Palmetto with another opportunity here to get another score before halftime. Remember, they have the timeout left as well. 5 wideouts going out in this pattern. 3 on the near side, 2 on the far. Allison takes the snap, throws over the middle, has a man open. That's Luckett inside the 10 to the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown, Palmetto. 27 yards from Allison to Luckett. And they are just piling it on. Check that. That was Darius Washington on the catch, not Luckett. Darius Washington. 27-yard touchdown pass. Took all of 7 seconds. And now the extra point again is up, and it is good. So that makes it Palmetto 42 and Sarasota 7. So Sailors will be very happy just to get in the locker room here and wonder what happened there after they got off to that early lead, but ran into a buzzsaw here. 6 consecutive touchdowns by the Tigers. And they lead it 42-7. Just 17 seconds left here in the first half. Again, nice high end-over-end kick, and it goes into the end zone. Will not be returned. And the Sailor fans here just kind of sitting in silence, understandably, here on senior night at Cleveland Stadium. Not a bad contingent of Palmetto fans making the trip down from Palmetto. About 12, 15-mile ride, I would say. Down 301 and 41 to Sarasota High School. And the Sailors just going to take a knee here. And that'll do it. So at halftime in this District 7A-10 game, it's all Palmetto. After the Sailors get off to that 7-0 lead, Palmetto leads it at halftime 42-7. We're going to keep our stream alive. If you're watching it live, you can keep it on there. If you want to fast forward it on the replay, just take the little indicator at the bottom of the screen, fast forward about 20 minutes. We'll keep the stream alive. You get to watch the Sarasota Sailor Band, and it looks like the Palmetto Band is here as well. And welcome back to Cleveland Stadium at Irick Field on the campus of Sarasota High School. Hope you could enjoy the halftime bands on the senior night. Both schools, Palmetto and Sarasota, doing a great job as always with the halftime show. We're here at halftime. It has been all Palmetto after the Sarasota Sailors got off to the early 7-0 lead. 4:54 remaining in the first quarter. Executive Hawkins to Tyler Therion, a 28-yard touchdown pass. But after that, 6 consecutive touchdowns by the Palmetto Tigers. Sean Allison to Zarion Smith, a 61-yard touchdown pass with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. And then Quincy Washington, a 1-yard touchdown run early in the second quarter, made it 14-7. And then Quincy Washington again on a 4-yard touchdown run. That made it 21-7 Palmetto. Then Sean Allison to Simon Williams, a 11-yard touchdown pass, 29 yards. From a 29-yard drive, they scored there, so that made it 28-7. And then a block punt in the end zone, fallen on by Palmetto with just 55 seconds left in the first half, made it 35-7. And then they got the ball back one more time, and Allison to Dearius Washington, 27-yard touchdown pass, and that's where we stand right now, 42-7. Heading into the third quarter here of this district game. Sailors will get the ball to start this third quarter. And once again, the ball is just blasted through the end zone on the kickoff and will not be returned. And the Sailors will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Normally, if it's a 35-point lead or more, they do a running clock. So I don't know if they're going to do that starting with the third quarter here. We'll see. Does not look like it yet. The kicked out of the end zone, so the clock wouldn't have started anyway. But the air really fell out of the sails when Justin Austin got injured midway through the first quarter. Right arm in a sling. And right now the Sailors 1st and 10, moving from left to right here in this third quarter. Executive Hawkins at quarterback in the gun. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Here's the rush. Throws it over the middle. It is caught, though. Nice catch by Talik Keaton. Finding room. Gets out to the 35, to the 40, to midfield, into Palmetto territory. Down the far sideline, and finally dragged down just around the 30-yard line of Palmetto. So Talik Keaton, great yardage after that little short pass over the middle from Executive Hawkins. And that's something the Sailors needed just to kind of lift their spirits a little bit. As they get about 80 yards on that, rather 60 yards on that pass play. Actually, more than that, down to the 25-yard line, 65 yards on that play. So 1st and 10 for the Sailors at the Palmetto 25. Sailors with a short huddle here, low snap. Hawkins picks it up, in trouble, he's going to run with it himself, finds some room, gets inside the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and tripped up at the 10-yard line after what looked like it'd be a loss of yardage after a bad snap. He picked it up. Hawkins did, the quarterback, and picked up some good yardage. 1st and goal for the Sailors. 2 plays, and they are in striking distance here. At the 8-yard line, they're going to spot it, of Palmetto. Hawkins rolling out to the near side, throws, and it is incomplete. Low throw. Trying to hit Talik Keaton right around the goal line, around the 1-yard line. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 8. So the Sailors come out, taking the kickoff here from their own 20. And now a couple of plays later have a chance to punch it in for a quick score. 2 wideouts to either side. Hawkins takes the snap, looks left, throws a little dump pass. It is caught by Davis Gurr, who goes off the left side. He's pushed out of bounds short of the goal line. Gets inside the 5. And it will bring up a 3rd and goal now. At the 3. No huddle for the Sailors. Far hash mark. Hawkins takes the snap, now rolls right. Looking to the end zone, still looking, throws into the corner. High throw, it is incomplete. caught out of bounds by one of the Tigers. And it will bring up a 4th down, and no doubt they'll go for it here, I would think. From the 3-yard line. They are going with the running clock. So already down to 9 minutes and counting left here in the 3rd. And 4th and goal from the 3-yard line for the Sailors. Hawkins takes the snap. Throws to the near side of Davis Gurr. He goes to the 5, to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Sailors. Nice quick drive down the field, 80 yards. And it's capped off by a 4-yard touchdown pass from Hawkins to Gurr. And the Sailors get their 2nd touchdown of the ball game. So they go 80 yards on that in 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Now Billy Sadlow, extra point is blocked. That kind of epitomizes the night. But anyway, a nice, impressive, quick strike drive by the Sailors with 7:55 remaining and counting here in this running clock. Palmetto 42, Sailors 13. Now Billy Sadlow will kick it off for Sarasota here on senior night at Irick Field. And before the game, they honored senior players and from the band. And at halftime, a nice ceremony for one of the students here. Now it is a low kick going on the far side of the field, and looks like the Sailors recovered it here. And they did. Kind of a modified onside kick. It wasn't a short 10-yarder, but it worked out the same way, and the Sailors get the ball back here. So let's see if they can get another quick score. It's still a running clock, 6:15 and counting here, but the Sailors get it at the Palmetto 31. Now there's going to be a timeout called, official timeout for the mid-quarter water break. They do that midway through, so 6:10, the clock does stop for that. Reminder, next week, we're not quite sure where we'll be. We hope to be at Braden River High School as the Pirates will take on these Palmetto Tigers for the district championship. We're going to try and make some arrangements during the week to get an opportunity to do that game. If we're not, we will hopefully do another game for you. If not, don't do a game, we'll do a scoreboard show for you next Friday night. Then in 2 weeks, we'll be right back here at Sarasota when the Sailors will take on their crosstown rival Riverview Rams. That's always a great matchup. And then the first week of the playoffs, we hope to do a local playoff game, and we'll let you know about that as well. First and 10 for the Sailors at the Palmetto 31. Hawkins takes the snap. Here comes the rush, setting up the screen pass, but it is incomplete. Trying to hit Tyler Therion on the far side of the field. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Try and do a local team playoff game. Never quite sure who's going to play at home yet in the first round, so we'll pick the best matchup we can for you. And we'll post that at DougMilesMedia.com and here at Ustream.tv, our Southwest Florida High School Football Game of the Week page. And we'll also be covering the championships in Orlando in mid-December. Look forward to doing that again. Been over there a couple of times to do that. There's a pass lofted to the near side, incomplete. Trying to connect with Talik Keaton over there. And it brings up a 3rd down and 10 from the Palmetto 31. Always a great couple of days of football. 2 weekends, actually. They do smaller schools finals, I believe it's the 6th and 7th, and then the larger school finals on a Friday and Saturday, the 12th and 13th, I believe, of December, the dates. Over at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, always a great doubleheader action each day on Friday and Saturday. So we'll be there on Friday and Saturday for the second weekend of football. And providing reports on our Ustream broadcast and at YouTube and at DougMilesMedia.com. And now we get a flag thrown before Hawkins can snap it. And it's going to be against Palmetto. Offside. Take it down to the 26-yard line. Again, the clock is running clock, 35-point lead or more going into the 3rd quarter. They do a running clock in high school football, so we're already down under 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. But the Sailors did score in their first possession and looking to score again here after the recovery of the onside kick. Hawkins takes the snap, rolls out near side, being chased, and now here comes 4 or 5 Tigers to bring him down back at the 27. And that last penalty gave the Sailors a first down, so now it'll be 2nd down and about 17. They lost 7 yards on that sack. At the 28-yard line of the Palmetto Tigers. Hawkins takes the snap, swings it out near to the far side for Davis Gurr. Trying to cut up field. He does. Gets inside the 25 to around the 20. Pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field. It'll be short of the first down. And it will be 3rd down and 8. No huddle for the Sailors. Double wides to either side. And now Hawkins stands up, looks over to the sideline. Now he goes down behind center. Changes the play perhaps. And takes the snap. Quick pass to the near side. Gurr behind his back, incomplete. Is that a forward pass or a fumble? No, forward pass is the call. Always close to a lateral when you throw those little swing passes outside, but that is a forward pass. Incomplete, so Brown a 4th down and 8 for the Sailors. And they're going to bring on the field goal unit here. So they'll go for a field goal. Spotted at the 26, 36-yard attempt from the far side hash mark. And Billy Sadlow will attempt it. Tyler Therion, the holder, takes the snap, the spot, and it is blocked, and it is picked up, but will not be returned too far by the Tigers, and they will be downed around the 31-yard line of Sarasota. So opportunity for the Sailors after the onside kick recovery, unable to convert there, and now the Tigers will get the ball back. Minute 16 and running here in the 3rd quarter. They're up 42-13. Thank you. So you don't get confused. Okay, thank you. And first down play for the Tigers. Short gain up to the 34-yard line, 2nd down and 7 as we wind down this third quarter. You may have heard there one of the Palmetto coaches coming over and giving us a roster change. Thank you for that. Heard one of the players' jerseys got blood on it, so they changed it out, and now it's a different number. And that is the end of quarter number 3. Obviously a quick one with the running clock. At the end of 3, it's Palmetto 42 and Sarasota 13. Let's take time out. And the team switch ends. 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers at their own 34-yard line. Now moving from left to right here in this fourth quarter. Allison turns around, hands it off straight up the middle, up to the 39-yard line, and pick up about 4 yards on the play. And that was Xavier Smith on the carry. And it'll be a 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Tigers, who will go to 3-0 in the district, and 3-4 overall. Sailors will fall to 2-6 and 1-2. More importantly, in the district, they'll get one more district game next Friday night at Lakewood Ranch. Palmetto will travel to Brain River to take on the Pirates. Here's Allison swinging out to the far side, complete to Darius Washington. Gets up to the 45 to midfield into Sailor territory, down to the 45, and knocked out of bounds inside the 45-yard line on the far side. A 1st down for the Tigers. There's a flag thrown as well. Could be a late hit over there. Saw that earlier in the game. That's what happened to Justin Austin. He was hit out of bounds on the far side and injured his right arm. And I don't see him on the sideline, at least not in uniform. Had the right arm in a sling going into halftime. So we'll hopefully get a report on that, perhaps tonight on SNN on the Friday Football Fever Show. Beyond that tonight, 11:15 with a live broadcast run all night long. Joining Adam Shadoff, he'll have all the highlights for you. There is a penalty on Palmetto on this play, so apparently an unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see what the call is here. They're moving it back to the Palmetto 41. And let's get the signal here. It is holding on Palmetto on that play. So holding during the run, so they mark it off from the spot of the hold. So in effect, it was a gain of about 3 on the play, 3rd and less than 1 for the Tigers at their own 41-yard line. Allison pitches it back in the backfield. That's Xavier Smith, who takes it up across the 45, picks up the 1st down, tripped up around the 50, but there is a flag thrown. Could be an illegal block here on the Tigers. Smith was in trouble in the backfield there on that pitch back, but made something out of it. Looked for a hole, and he did, but this is going to go against Palmetto. And again, a holding on the Tigers on the offense, and brings it back now to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 1. And again, we're in a running clock situation, so we're down to 8:40 and counting left in the fourth quarter here. That is done in games that are blowouts as a protective measure. Don't want any players getting injured when they're out of it. Team is out of the game. Sometimes they let up, and that's where you can get some injuries. Here's a handoff in the backfield again to Xavier Smith. And I don't think he got the first down. Good pushback by the Sailor defense there. It is not a first down, so it'll be 4th and less than a yard for the Tigers. At their own 40-yard line, they're going to go for it. Might as well. And we're down to 7:50 left here in the ball game. And now now they're going to bring on the punting unit. And you might as well do that as well to practice the punts. Why not? In game conditions. Well, the Sailors will get the ball back. Good snap. Kick is up. Nice high kick. Will not be fielded. And it bounces at the Sailor 25. And the Sailors will get it. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left here and counting in the fourth quarter. So a bit of a disappointing, more of a disappointment, I would say. But after that early start where the Sailors got the lead and looked good in that first quarter, after one, it was a close game, tied at 7. But after that, all Palmetto with 6 consecutive touchdowns to make it 42-7. And then now the Sailors have scored early here in the second half. Now we're in the fourth quarter. Hawkins takes the snap. Throws down the far side, and it is going to be picked off at the 45-yard line. Intercepted. And that looked to be Thaddeus Johnson with the interception. And the Tigers get the ball right back. And they're going to take the mid-quarter water break right now. They'll stop the clock for that again. 5:52 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Let's take time out. And back at Cleveland Stadium, Irick Field. Palmetto with the ball back at their own 43-yard line. New quarterback in the ball game is going to keep it now. And in a quarterback, that is Darius Washington taking the direct snap. He'll take it up to the 50-yard line. And a gain of about 7 on that play. Darius Washington took the snap. Sean Allison will sit out the rest of this one. And he had a pretty good game. 1, 2 touchdown passes, 3 touchdown passes for Sean Allison tonight. He had 4 last week against Lakewood Ranch in another district game. And Washington now hands off on the end around to DeAnthony Warwick. And Warwick is brought down right at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be short of the first down, 3rd and about 1 for the Tigers. And we're coming down to 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. Third down and 1 for Palmetto. 2 wideouts to the near side and to the far side. Washington fakes a handoff, fakes a pitch. Now he does pitch it back to Xavion Smith, and he finds no room there and does not pick up the first down. Pushed down back at his own 46. And to bring up a 4th down now for Palmetto. And they'll bring on the punting unit. Marcelo Doria will get a chance to kick it away here. And Tommy Batty back for the Sailors. Well, the Sailors will get one more possession of the ball here with the running clock down to 3.5 minutes. Here's a good snap. Nearly blocked. Good kick. Batty not going to field it, and it will be fielded inside the 25-yard line of the Sailors. And that's where it will be down at the 23-yard line of Sarasota. 3 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Well, senior night, not a happy one on the field, but always a festive night anyway for the football players and the band members who get honored, the seniors who get honored before the game and also at halftime. So we congratulate them. And the band doing a great job of entertaining the crowd, even though score isn't what they like. For the Sailor fans, doing a great job, the Sailor band and the cheerleaders. Hawkins takes the snap, fakes a handoff, rolls out, looks to pass, throws back across the grain the other way. It is in and out of the hands of intended receiver. Again, number 19, which we do not have on our roster. And he couldn't hang on to it. Second down now at the 23-yard line, 2nd and 10, down to 2 minutes remaining. Hawkins will swing pass out to Gurr on the far side, and Gurr takes it up across the 25-yard line. That's where he's brought down. Short pickup there to bring up a 3rd down and 8. So Brian Riles, head coach of the Sailors, will have to try and get his team ready for next Friday night. They'll go on the road up to Lakewood Ranch, take on the Mustangs. Be a district game, but neither the Mustangs or the Sailors really have a chance to make the postseason, but you'd like to finish at least 500 in your district if you can, 2-2. So they'll have that opportunity next Friday night at Mustang Field. And then the Sailors will wrap up the regular season 2 weeks from tonight right here at Cleveland Stadium, taking on the crosstown rival Riverview Rams. They alternate that game every year between the two stadiums, Ram Bowl and here at Irick Field. And that is always a great matchup. Get a lot of the alum back for that one. So hope you can join us for that. We'll be on with you on November the 7th with that game. Again, next Friday night, we'll be with you somewhere. We're not quite sure yet where we'll be. Check it out at DougMilesMedia.com, also at Ustream.tv, our Southwest Florida High School Football Game of the Week page, and we'll have that posted there early next week, hopefully, where we're going to be. 3rd down and 8 for the Sailors at their own 25-yard line. Direct snap, rolling to the near side. And it is picked off, intercepted, and taken down inside the 10-yard line. That was Kyle Woods in a quarterback for that play, and his pass was picked off. And it was intercepted by Quantavius Laguerre. And the clock will run out here. I don't think they're going to snap this. I would doubt it. I would think Palmetto would just let the clock wind down. But been that kind of night for the Sailors. Just didn't have enough really after Justin Austin went out of the game with the injury. That was kind of it. Palmetto just reeled off 6 straight touchdowns. And they will snap it one more time here. And set up in the take the knee formation, I would think. Yep. Sean Allison will do that. Drop back, take the knee. That'll do it. Well, we'd hoped for a closer game. We got it for a first quarter, but in a district matchup, it was a very impressive win tonight for the Palmetto Tigers. And a final score from Eyrig Field here at Sarasota High School. The Palmetto Tigers 42, the Sarasota Sailors 13. Palmetto ups their record to 3-4, 3-0 in the district. They will play Braden River next Friday night for the district championship. Sarasota falls to 2-6 and 1-2 in the district. Thank you all for listening tonight. Remember to join us tonight on SNN. I'll be on Adam Shadoff's Friday Football Fever show, 11:15 p.m. on Sarasota Local News 6, and that'll run all evening through tomorrow morning with all the scores and highlights. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you again next Friday night.